Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So, HBOmax recently got released a couple of days ago on May 27th. Uh, I have spent a couple of days watching HBO Max, going throughout library, looking at the library of the movies that they have, features that they have. For those of you who don't know what the HBO Max is, HBO Max is a streaming service similar to Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, etc., etc. The difference, obviously, is that they have specific, certain TV shows and movies that you can only find on HBO Max. Like Game of Thrones, you can get it, obviously, only through HBO subscription. Even though you go to Amazon Prime, you still have to have that HBO subscription to watch Game of Thrones. I'm just giving you one example. So basically, what HBO Max is, it's combination of HBO originals, movies, TV shows with Cinemax, and all of the library of Warner Brother movies, DC movies, Turner Classic movies, Crunchyroll, anime, and of course Cartoon Network, Looney Tunes, and South Park, obviously South Park. So you're getting all of this and more with the HBO Max. And what I'm gonna do here throughout this video, I'm gonna kind of walk you through it and give you my opinions and thoughts on it. This is the home section right here. When you click on the home menu here, this gives you the library of departments within this library. They're available. Departments, like I call them departments. Series, movies, originals, just added, last chance before it leaves, and coming soon. And then down here you got the genres: action, comedy, crime, documentaries, drama, sci-fi, horror, international, kids, Latino, music, news talk, reality, romance, shorts, sports, suspense. And here you can see their partners. They got HBO, they got DC, Sesame Workshop, Studio Ghibli, Turner Classic Movies, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Looney Tunes, Crunchyroll. Okay. And there's tons of content, obviously. That's the one positive that you're going to find with HBO Max, is that they have tons of content for you to choose from. Okay? And that's great. And to me, that's the one selling point of HBO Max. However, I would be lying to you if I wouldn't mention the negative about HBO Max. I don't want you guys to get too excited thinking, oh, let me jump in right now, let me sign up, let me give my $15, etc., etc. One of the biggest negatives that I find with the HBO Max is two things. First, what is up with no 4K? Forget HDR, not even 4K, just 1080p. Like decent bitrate 1080p. What is up with that? What is up with the 1080p? What is this? 2008? 2006? 2007? What is going on with 1080p? This is 2020. You think by now, in 2020, considering that Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, they all are rocking Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR, HDR10 Plus. They're running all of these HDR formats, plus Dolby Atmos, plus 4K. And here we are, 2020, HBO Max, in June 2020. I mean, July. Well, almost June. Well, we're almost at the June. Just around the corner. Here we are, and no 4K, no HDR formats, just a plain simple 1080p. To me, that's the biggest blow out of this whole thing. And I'm like, why? I'm just having a difficult time understanding what makes Time Warner and HBO think that uh, people don't care about HDR, Dolby Atmos, and 4K. They do care because now they can afford Dolby Vision, HDR televisions. Now they can buy 4K HDR Dolby Vision television. So the fact that you're not going to include 4K as an option, or Dolby Vision or HDR as an option, or Dolby Atmos as an option, to me that's a big negative. Considering your competitor Disney Plus has the entire library of Marvel movies in 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, with a best possible bitrate. And all of their Pixar movies and all of their Star Wars movies. That, my friend, that's something you're gonna have to deal with, Warner Brothers. Okay? That's the itch you're gonna have to scratch every single time. Okay? And that, I don't understand that. Now, the second thing that bothers me is the fact that there is certain movies missing. Like, for example, the DC movies. What is going on with the DC collection here? Where's Man of Steel? Where's Man of Steel? Where's Dark Knight Trilogy? What is going on here? Okay? I thought that Dark Knight Trilogy was part of Warner Brothers. I thought that Man of Steel was part of Warner Brothers. Like, what happened here? Yes, they have Batman. They got Batman Returns, Batman Forever. However, here's the thing. Those movies going to be leaving pretty soon. Check this out. Those movies are going to be leaving. Last Chance. Hold on. Are you kidding me? Batman Returns and Batman Forever are leaving. Why? Isn't Batman Forever and Batman Returns part of your Warner Brothers studios? Isn't Catwoman part of your Warner Brothers studios? Or do you have some kind of dispute with the DC? Are you trying to tell me that the DC, maybe it's working on their own streaming service? Is that what's going on? I almost have a feeling that the DC is working on their own streaming service. Like, specifically, look at this. Justice League is leaving. Lego Movie, it's leaving. Batman, the Lego Movie, it's leaving. That's not good. Even Gran Torino is leaving. And that's their movie. That is their movie. Warner Brothers. This is a Warner Brothers movie. Shutter's Island, it's a Warner Brothers movie. Castle Rock, Warner Brothers. What in the hell? What in the hell? Even the Black Klansman's leaving. And that's HBO. Warner Brothers. Can someone explain this to me? Even Tropic Thunder, that's Warner Brothers. Can somebody explain this to me? Hobbit, it's a Warner Brothers movie. New Line Cinema. Hobbit, even Meg, it's Warner Brothers. What is going on? And this is where it becomes very confusing to me. I really want to love HBO Max, and I am enjoying it for the most part, but my God, what the hell's going on? It's really a half-baked experience currently for me right now. Like I said, not having the 4K, not having the HDR, that's a big blow. Wouldn't you want to enjoy Batman in 4K and HDR? I want to enjoy Batman in 4K and HDR with Dolby Atmos. Yes. Why shouldn't we have that option? Where's The Matrix? Where is the Matrix trilogy? Where is the Unforgiven? Where is the Superman? Christopher Reeve, Superman. What in the hell's going on? Where's the Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3, 4? Where's the Dirty Harry collection? Yes, they have one Dirty Harry movie, but they don't have the entire Dirty Harry collection. What the hell's going on? Now the quality, for the most part, it's good. It's not great, but it's good. It's decently good, because they're using 1080p, decent bitrate. They're not using like a Blu-ray high bitrate. They're using like a decent 1080p, decent bitrate 1080p, and it looks, depending on what kind of TV you're using, it's gonna look the way it's gonna look, depending what type of TV you're using, depending what type of settings you got. The quality, I guess, it's good, but it's not great. Hopefully that will kind of resonate with what I'm trying to say here. I'm currently watching the Batman, 1989 Batman. Like I said, it's 1080p. It's good, but it's not great. Now, there's certain movies that look actually great. If you're using like AT&T HDR pass-through. I did a video yesterday where I used HDR pass-through through AT&T, but you gotta have AT&T subscription. Okay, it's not cheap, it's expensive. You gotta sign the contract, and through AT&T you can do that. But how many of you have AT&T TV, right? So I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to criticize HBO Max in such early stages. I think the best thing to do with HBO Max for me is to give HBO Max, to give it some time and see how it evolves between now and September, and then now and October, to see what they do between now and October and September, to see what kind of content they're going to put, kind of features they're going to put. I want to see how they evolve. Okay. And then by September, October, I'm going to have a pretty good idea on where HBO Max is going. Okay. But right now, it's a half-baked experience. I wouldn't say that this is something you have to have. It's not like, oh my God, I gotta go in and get myself HBO Max right now. It's not like that. It's not like that kind of like a demand that you have to go run out and get the HBO Max right now. There's a lot of room for the improvement here. And hopefully HBO Max, Time Warner will listen to the majority of us, because I think it's pretty sad that here we are in 2020 and you got Disney Plus with like outstanding quality on their movies with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. And then you look at HBO Max, they can't even do 4K. Forget the HDR. They can't even implement 4K. They're using 1080p. So the way I'm going to end this video, it's a half-baked experience, guys. You don't necessarily have to run out and get this. What I would do is I would wait. If I was you, I would wait. The only reason I'm reviewing it is because I already have HBO Cinemax, part of my AT&T TV. So I get it included. It's free. I don't have to pay anything. It's part of the HBO Max subscription, AT&T TV. So it's included through my AT&T TV provider. For the rest of you guys, I don't know if I would run out and go and buy it and purchase a $15 subscription. It's half baked. In its current state, it's a half baked experience, honestly, guys. And like I told you, there's a bunch of movies leaving. You got Batman Returns leaving. Why? Why is Batman Returns leaving? Why is Batman Forever leaving? Why is Justice League leaving? Where's Superman? Where's Man of Steel? Yes, they have Batman v Superman. They got Aquaman. But what's going on? Why is Lego the Batman movie leaving? Isn't that part of the Warner Brothers? There's a lot of, it's confusing to me. And I think you can hear it in my voice. I'm confused by HBO Max, and I don't understand what the heck they're doing. I mean, in all sincerely, I'm really having a difficult time trying to understand what's going on through these executive minds when they're sitting around the table, when they're thinking about putting out a service like this. What is going on through their minds? Like, what are they thinking? I don't think they're thinking about me and you. Because if they're thinking about me and you, then they would know what we want. They would know that we want a freaking 4K, Dolby Vision, HDR, Dolby Atmos. We want the entire library of DC. We want the entire library of Warner Brothers. I mean, I don't know on what language do I have to talk to get my message across. So current state of HBO Max, it is half baked. And I'll leave it at that. I'll come back to HBO Max maybe next month or month after to see what they have done, to see what they have put inside the service in terms of content and features, and then I'll let you know. But right now, in its current state of launch, it's half-baked. It's really half-baked. And I'll leave it at that, half-baked. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow on a live stream.